So hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Java Guru Ravi, and I Ravi Khan Sahu welcome you in this new video. So let's get started. So hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Java Guru Ravi, and today we are going to start with the topic that is switch case. So in the conditional statements we have talked about the if else ladder in the previous video. So if you have not seen that, you can refer to the description box where the link is provided. So now we will be talking about the switch case. So again quickly revise the switch case. I told you switch cases are preferred when you have a long if else ladder. So like the example is you want to provide the grades based on the percentage criteria. So if else ladder should be used when you have 3 to 4 conditions. But for grading maybe you are having 6 to 7 grades, so it will be better to use the switch case statement. Second important benefit is switch is considered efficient with respect to this long if else ladder, because here the sequential conditional checks will not be performed. It will be simply evaluating the expression and it will go to the matching case. So we will learn about almost everything about this switch case. So let us start with this. So in case of switch case, total of 4 keywords are used. If you talk about switch case, so we will be using 4 keywords. Generally in if else ladder we talked about if and else keywords. Here 4 keywords are there. First keyword is switch keyword. So switch statement is written using this switch keyword. Switch will be followed by the expression. Switch and this parenthesis will hold the expression. So this switch expression can be anything. So the first important point about the switch case is what can be the expression type. In case of if else ladder, you know that the expression will be always boolean. In if else ladder, we can only have the boolean condition. But in the switch expression, total of 6 types are allowed. And again it is getting asked in the different exams. So what are the 6 types here? First type is byte. Byte can be passed here. Second type is short. Short type of value can be passed. Third type is int. So these 3 numeric types are allowed: byte, short, int. But we do not allow long, we do not allow float, we don't allow double. What is the next fourth type? Fourth type is string type. String type is allowed here in the switch expression. What is the fifth type? Fifth type is char type. Char can be the fifth expression type. And the last, the sixth one is enum type. So there is a important catch here, or you can say important update here with respect to some other technologies, other languages. Here switch does not allow boolean. The reason is quite clear. Why boolean is not allowed? Because boolean will create only 2 cases, true or false. So I told you switch is preferred when you have more than 3 to 4 cases. So generally if you have only 2 types of values, true and false, you should prefer if else rather than using this switch case. So in case of switch, expression can hold only these 6 types. No 7th type is allowed here. This is your first point. So I told you switch keyword, then the expression which can be any of the 6 types. Second keyword we are using here is case. Now regarding the case, again many Oracle certification questions are framed on this, and every time generally you get one question from the switch case. So what this case is a keyword. So how you define a case? Case space some case value. So here you can have case value. Let's say you are writing case 1. So this is a value followed by colon. So you'll be writing like case space 1 colon, case space 2 colon, case space 3 colon, and so on. So this is your case is a keyword, and then this is a value. So you call it as case value. Case value. So this is your second keyword. Third keyword we are using is break. Again, very important concept. Generally, students are confused. Break is optional. It is not mandatory to write break in every case. The significance of this break is, let's say any case is getting matched here, so it will keep on executing the following cases towards the downward side until it gets a break or it reaches to the end of switch. So if you don't want to go to the next cases, you will put a break here. This is the important point. So break is your third keyword that we generally use inside the switch case, right? But break is optional. If any switch case statement is given and break is not written over there, you will not say this is a compilation error. This is correct. This is called as default fall through. After any matching case, the rest other cases will also execute. I may be interested to write some program in which I want to display the number of days in months. So there are 5 to 6 months which are giving the same value, 30 or 31. There is 1 month which is giving you 28 or 29. So why should I write separate cases, January, March for 31? We'll write case January, case March, case May and so on, and just put a value, and at the end of the fifth case I'll put a break. So even if you match January, you will land on the 31 and then you will get a break. Even you get hit to the March, you will get the value printed of the month December. So in this way, we will be using the default fall through. So break is optional. This is your third keyword. Fourth keyword we are using is default. So default keyword, it is similar to the else in case of if else ladder. Like in if else ladder, you write else to take care of rest other conditions. Similarly, default says if any one of the case is not matching, if no case is matching here in your switch statement, so default will be executed, right? So there are again multiple confusions about this default. First confusion is it mandatory? So answer is no. Similar to else clause in the if else ladder, default is not at all mandatory. Default is optional. Second confusion, do you think that default should be written always at the end? So the answer is no. Default can be written anywhere. In fact, the cases order doesn't matter in switch case. This is the biggest advantage of switch case. In the if else ladder, the order of if else and else will matter. The order in which you will write if else will matter, because it is sequential, it will start from the top. But in case of switch statement, cases can be written in any order. Default can be written anywhere. It is not sequential. It will evaluate the expression and will directly match the case value. If any case value is matched, it will execute that case, and if there is no break, it will go to the following cases. But if no case is matching, then it will execute the default case. So this is all about your switch case keywords. Now again, if you talk about some important concepts, so in switch case, if you talk about the important placement oriented questions, or you can say certification related questions, so that comes from the case. So important concepts about the case now I am going to cover. So the first concept is the case value cannot be duplicate. The case value must be unique. It cannot be duplicated. You cannot write to case 1. Duplicated cases are not allowed. This is your first important and very, very popular question for interview. Cases value cannot be duplicated. Second important point about the case value. The case values are always constants. It cannot be a variable, right? this case value, generally we write some constants here, but you can use some variable or you can say some data members here, but that data member must be constant. You cannot use a variable over here, right? I'll take an example here. So let us talk about this. So let us have a look at this particular code. So I have created an index variable which is 3. I have created one int a variable which is 1, and in this switch I am passing x. So x is a switch expression, it is of int type. So int is allowed as a switch expression. So this line is okay. Now if you see here case 2, I am writing here case 2. So 2 is a constant. It's okay. This case is okay. I have written some code here. In the cases you don't write the curly braces. Even if you have multiple statements, you will write all the statement, but there will be no curly braces. So I have written x plus plus followed by break. Normal switch I am using here. So there is no problem in this. Then I am going to case A. Now it is saying case A. What is A? A is an int type of variable. So this is not allowed because this A is a variable and case value cannot be a variable. This A is a variable. You can see here int A is a variable. You are not supposed to use A here as a case value, right? So what you can do here is I can make A constant. So how will make A constant? I will put a final keyword here. So now if you put a final keyword here, it means A has become constant, right? Now final int A means, is it a variable? No, it is a constant. As you declare any data member final, it will become a constant. So now A is a variable? No, A is a constant. Now I am using A here. Any problem? Case A, it is a constant now. Fine. And what is the value of A? 1. Means it is case 1. It means it is non-duplicate and it is having a proper case value, case body. It's also okay. Now, earlier if you are not putting final, then it is not allowed. Then I am moving to the third case. We have to check all. Case A plus 2. What is A? 1. A plus 2, 3. Am I modifying A? No. I am writing A plus 2. I am not writing A is equal to A plus 2. If you are writing A is equal to A plus 2 means you are trying to change A. I am not changing A. I am saying whatever is the value of A plus 2 is the case value. So again it is a constant plus constant, a constant. So case value will be 3. Is it okay? Case 2, case 1, case 3. Perfectly alright. Case 3, there is no duplicate. Case is constant. Body is there. Break is there. No problem. Right? Then coming to the next case. Case A minus 1. Case A minus 1 means case A means 1 and 1 minus 1 case 0. It means it is giving you case 0. So case 0, is it a duplicate value? No. Case value is not duplicate. It is not duplicate, then it is also okay. I have not written a break here. Is it a problem? No, it is not a problem. In fact, with the last case, break is useless because after the last case, it is going to end the switch case. So last case के साथ, in the last case, you should not write break. Even if you write it, it is useless. I am not having any default here. Is it a problem? No problem. Default is optional. Cases are in different order 2, 1, 3, 0. Is it a problem? Not a problem. So now this code will compile and you can execute this code. Right? But if I say here, remove this break. Now I ask you, okay, if x is equal to 1. So now if you try to find it out, so we have already verified that these cases are okay. There is no problem with the switch case. Now I want to see the result. What is going to be the result? So case expression, switch expression is x is 1. So it will directly jump to case 1. Which case 1? It will go to the case 1. This is your case 1. It will match this case. It is going to reduce the value of x. X is 1. So 1 will become post decrement 0. Then have you got any break here? Have you got any break here? No break. So it will go to the subsequent cases until it get a break or it reaches to the end of the switch. So it will execute this one again. So what will happen? 0 value will be updated to 1 again. It decremented but it incremented again. So value will become 1 again, but now you got a break. So now the switch case will terminate and your value of x will remain 1. The output, if you print the value of x, the output will be 1. But if you put a break here, so what is going to happen? You will stop here only, x minus 0 and break. You will come out of the switch and the output will be 0 in the given case. Right? If I say, okay, just remove all these two breaks, what is going to happen? You will land to case 1. Case 1 is this one, x minus, x will become 0, but no break, it will go to next case, x plus, again it will become 1, then again no break, it will go to the next case, x multiplied by 3, 1 multiplied by 3, so the result will be 3, and no break, no problem, it will reach to the end of the switch. So the output will be 3 now. Is it okay? So this is one flavor that is generally asked in the Oracle certification exams. Plus second flavor can be here. You are given something like this. This is your case A and you are given case A plus 1. Something like this. And you can be given some default case also. Default, something like this. So first thing you can get confused ki default is written on the top. So this is not a problem. I have already told you switches allow you cases in any order. So no problem. Now check the case values. Case 2. It's okay. Case value is a constant. Case A is a constant, but it is case 1. So it is also okay because no duplicate case. Then case A plus 2. A plus 2 means 1 plus 2, 3. So case 3, 2, 1, 3, unique case value. Then case A plus 1. A is 1, 1 plus 1. It returns 2. So case 2, this is a duplicate case. So this is going to give you a compilation error, duplicate case value. So this is a problem. The program will not compile. So we have covered almost everything about the switch. Again, summarizing the 3 things which are important about the switch case. Cases can be written in any order, but cases value must be constants. Default is optional. Third thing is, what are the switch expression types? So only 6 types are allowed: byte, short, int, string, enum and char. So that's all about your conditional statements, switch case statement. Thank you so much.
So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you find this video useful, so please like, subscribe and share with all of your friends so that they can also get benefited. Ravikant Sahu signing off. Thank you.